As landscape photographers, we visit some of the most epic and awe-inspiring places. Today, I'll take you to one of those. But it doesn't mean we always get what we want from a location. But that's okay.
Morning everyone, and welcome to a very unspectacular sunrise. Yeah, it's about 10 minutes away in a very spectacular place. This is Hartland Quay.
So I create these videos as an online record of my journey through photography, the places I've been to, the memories I'm creating. And as such, the good has to go hand in hand with the bad. But that's okay, it's all part of the journey, it's all part of my record. So sit back, relax, and watch me as I fully commit to a shot that if it wasn't for this video, I wouldn't even bother editing.
So I've been to Hartland Quay in the past, and I did do it on the trip. Took a couple of photos, one looking that way, one looking that way. And I really like the photos, but I did wonder when I came away, could I have done more with this area? There is so much feature. So today I'm hoping to get some long exposures, isolate some rocks maybe, use some of the straight lines out into the sea, maybe even get a bit of the headland. I don't know, but I'd like to make a little bit more of this place than I did back then. So we're chasing out a low tide. We've got about another hour and a half before low tide actually hits its lowest point. So that should give me a good bit of time, and it should also give me most access to everything, because I'm thinking long exposure over there to start with on the headland. I don't have much feature in the sky though, so So if you're lucky enough to come here on a day when you've got the sea thrift coming in, you may get an opportunity to shoot these. Wonderful little arch there that's set into the cliff face, but you do need the sea mist to separate it from the cliffs behind. That's what I got the very first time I came here. I'm a lucky man. So every time I've come here, it's been that prominent rock that's caught my attention. And I've never really done anything that features it as the dominant subject. And I really want to. I'm thinking, because we've got a bit of drama in the waves today, that, yeah, I'm going to try and get some sort of crashing wave motion and work my way around this bay and try and make it so that I eliminate the island that's out there. Is it Holyhead? Not sure, because that seems to be continuing the headland along, and I don't want that. Right, here we go then, attempt number one. Right guys, we're set up for our first composition, and for this one I've used a little bit of foreground element of these rocks, which looks really nice, and then I've got that main sticky uppy rock, yeah, sticky uppy rock as the main feature within this shot, and I've got my shutter speed set to 1/5 of a second, and I'm just clicking away as the rocks get splattered by the waves. Now, they are a little bit small in the frame, but I think they still work. Yeah, I may crop this to a 16:9, I don't know. But as it stands, it looks quite good on the camera, if you ask me. Yeah, so there we go. Focused on the big rock at the back. Click away.
So this composition is the first one of the day of 2, and I was quite happy with this. Okay, conditions were a little bit flat, but yeah, I thought this was going to be a good start to the day. Little did I know.
So as you can see, the sky is quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Fluffy? No, it's not fluffy, it's soft. It's almost got a long exposure feel to it already. All I've got to do is put on the 10-stop filter and I'm set up for a 2-minute exposure. So I'm going to do that as well, and then I can see which one I like the most. It should work quite well, to be honest. With this sky, yeah, that should look lovely. Okay, so time is ticking on. I want to head over to that section over there. I've never been there before. See if there is anything I can shoot. The tide's going to turn in about the next 10-15 minutes, so I'm not going to be over there very long. You can see the tide goes all the way up to those rocky bits at least, if not all the way up to the cliffs, so we're going to make a move. Or do I go that way? No, I'm going that way. Never been there before. That's the move. So number one in the bag, a long exposure and something around 1/5 of a second in the hope that I've caught some motion in the ocean. A little bit of splashing wave. I am considering that over there as well. That might work. Again, a similar sort of concept, something either long exposure or splashing waves, but it doesn't seem to be hitting it on the side I want it to, so that's why I've kind of ignored it. It's hitting it on the back, not on the front or the side. This looks a bit sketchy. Okay, I'm trying to stick to the sandy bits. They're easier to walk on and usually not as slippy.
Now, I was quite aware that the tide comes in quite fast here, but I did want to have an explore and see if I could find another angle on the pinnacle. So I made my way over to where I could see the rock started, and I clambered over and had a bit of a look around. But unfortunately, there wasn't an angle that I could find where I could get some foreground interest or a clear shot of the pinnacle. So, that one was a bit of a no. I was pretty sure there'd be something I could work with that I'd passed on the way.
Well, as you can see, the tide's coming in quite quick, so I'm going to have to make a move. This place, man, it's spectacular. There's little caves over there. You've got this rugged foreground leading out into the sea, all these bare rocks with all the purple seaweed in them. Yeah, this is definitely a hell of a place. Right, okay, time to get back to relative safety. Right, so we're in the relative safety. Good. Want to work with this. I do want to get that headland, but none of these leading lines point straight towards it. So what I'm trying to do is kind of like I've got you guys set up. I'm trying to use it so the lines all come that way. I want this side to be the edge of the frame, and you've got this one rock that I want to break the horizon. And you've got that rock over there, the other side of the frame, and obviously that's going to break the horizon. My concern is the big void in the center. So it's trying to close that gap up, and whether I can get enough height to be able to see the lines of the rocks going through. Right, okay guys, I found a composition that I quite like, but it does rely on a couple of things. So I prefer it with the camera up higher, but that rock right there, it doesn't break the horizon enough. So I'm going to do it from the lower angle. So this is the view from the higher perspective, and you can see that this rock on the right, it doesn't break the horizon that much. This is the view from the lower perspective, and you can see that it clearly breaks the horizon more, and that is more aesthetically pleasing, to be quite honest. It looks like it's a deliberate action of breaking the horizon as opposed to a bit of an afterthought. So that's my first thing. My second thing is this is going to look so much better when the water's coming up. I've consciously not walked out onto the sand there just in case I need it. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait here and see what the water does, and if it comes up high enough, then it may give me more separation on the leading lines going in. Right then, we'll wait.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you overthink and force a composition. So let's sit back, wait for those waves to come in, and get this shot in the bag.
As you can see, that section over there, closer to the exit point, that's the bit that's going to get cut off first. So that's what I'm keeping my eye on. So I'm shooting this at about 1/4 of a second in the hope that any waves that come over have a little bit of texture to them. We do occasionally get some bigger waves, so that could be nice. I know I'm working one composition today, but hey, I don't mind. If it's a composition I like, I'm quite happy to stick with it. Right, here they come. You see it? There's a great big one coming on the horizon. Here we go. Here they are. Uh-oh. Wow, they are getting big. Oh. Click away. Right, that's nearly up to me now. Just catch some receding. Okay, I think that's it. Time to pack away. When you've been playing in sand, guys, never tuck the ends of your legs in until you've washed them.
So before I show you the image, guys, and nearly get cut off by this incoming tide, I do want to add a little caveat. I thoroughly enjoyed my day out. Okay, you don't get great images every time you go out, but every day is enjoyable. And that's the thing that you should take from this. Get the images. If they're not what you want, you can always go back.
Wow. Only just, guys.